my dear coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Now, we're exploring one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1985 Liberty Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another penny, something we use daily without a second thought. But what if I told you that this very coin could be worth a staggering $92 million in today's market? Sounds unbelievable. Let's dive into the deep history, the minting secrets, and the rare features that could turn this ordinary penny into one of the most sought-after treasures in the coin collecting world. Chapter 1: The Legacy of the Lincoln Penny. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909, a landmark year for American coinage. The penny was redesigned to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and a symbol of unity, freedom, and emancipation. For the first time ever, a real person's portrait was featured on a U.S. circulating coin, breaking the tradition of abstract allegorical figures. The design was crafted by Victor David Brenner, whose initials you can still find discreetly on the coin's obverse. Lincoln's dignified profile has remained largely unchanged on the penny for over a century, and it is arguably the most beloved and recognizable coin in American currency. By 1985, the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1985 penny continued this tradition, representing the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln on a humble 1-cent coin. Chapter 2: The 1985 Lincoln Penny. Production and mintage. In 1985, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 2 locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The coins minted in Philadelphia bore no mint mark, while those minted in Denver featured the distinctive D mark below the date. Over 4.6 billion pennies were struck in 1985 across these 2 mints, making it one of the highest mintages for Lincoln pennies in history. The 1985 penny is, by all accounts, an extremely common coin found in everyday circulation. So how can a coin so common be worth millions, or even tens of millions of dollars? The answer lies in the nuances of coin collecting, rarity and condition, mint errors, and historical anomalies. Chapter 3: What makes the 1985 Lincoln penny so valuable? For any coin, value comes from 3 main factors: rarity, condition, and uniqueness. For the 1985 Lincoln penny, these factors become particularly interesting when you look beyond the standard circulating examples. Though billions were minted, only a tiny fraction survive in pristine, uncirculated condition. Pennies from 1985 that have not been handled, touched, or exposed to the elements are exceedingly rare. Over time, pennies lose their original mint luster and develop wear, which drastically reduces their value. Coin grading plays a huge role. The Sheldon scale ranks coins from 1 poor to 70 perfect mint state. An MS-65 or higher grade Lincoln penny from 1985 can be worth a significant premium. A flawless MS-70 coin with brilliant red luster could be valued in the thousands. The real jackpot for collectors is the discovery of mint errors, coins struck with flaws or anomalies. For example, the 1985 penny has a few known error types: double die obverse errors where the date or letters appear doubled, off-center strikes where the design is not fully centered, and clipped planchets where a portion of the coin's edge is missing. These error coins are scarce and highly coveted by collectors, often commanding tens of thousands or even more at auction. Chapter 4: The Myth and Reality of the $92 million 1985 penny. The figure of $92 million might sound like a fantasy, but in the world of rare coins, such astronomical valuations aren't entirely impossible. Think about the famous 1943 bronze penny, which was accidentally struck on a copper planchet instead of the usual steel and has sold for millions at auction. What if a 1985 Lincoln penny was discovered with a unique and never-before-seen error? Imagine a coin struck on the wrong metal, such as a silver or nickel planchet, or exhibiting a profound double die error with perfect alignment and in flawless mint condition. If such a coin were authenticated, it could ignite intense bidding wars, driving its price into the tens of millions or even beyond. So the $92 million valuation, while speculative, highlights the immense fascination and potential value hidden in a coin that looks so ordinary at first glance. Chapter 5: How to identify a potentially valuable 1985 Lincoln penny. If you have a 1985 penny lying around, here are some tips to assess if it might be worth something extraordinary. Examine the date and letters for doubling. Look closely at the date and the word Liberty on the coin's face. Doubling means you may see shadows or repeated outlines, indicating a double die error. Check for off-center strikes. Sometimes coins are struck off the center of the blank metal disc, creating partial images that are highly collectible. Observe the metal color and weight. A penny with unusual color or weight could be struck on a wrong planchet. Evaluate the condition. Avoid cleaning the coin. Professional grading is the best way to determine condition and authenticity. Consult a professional. If you suspect your penny is unusual, seek expert advice and consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Chapter 6. The thriving market for rare pennies and collectibles. The coin collecting market has surged dramatically in recent years. Rare coins are not just collectibles, they have become sought-after investments. High-profile auctions routinely see coins selling for millions, driven by passionate collectors and investors who recognize the value of scarcity and condition. The 1985 Lincoln penny, especially in mint state or era varieties, is part of this vibrant market. Collectors worldwide scour through change, old collections, and even mint archives looking for the next big find. Chapter 7. The cultural and historical significance of the Lincoln penny. More than just metal and copper, the Lincoln penny represents American history, craftsmanship, and national pride. It carries the image of Abraham Lincoln, a leader whose legacy shaped the nation through perseverance, emancipation, and unity. Owning a rare Lincoln penny is not just about money, it's about connecting to that history, appreciating the artistry of minting, and being part of a community of passionate collectors. Chapter 8. Could your 1985 Lincoln penny be worth millions? The possibility is rare, but it's not impossible. The magic of coin collecting lies in discovering extraordinary value in what appears to be ordinary. Whether it's a penny worth a few cents or a rare specimen that could fetch millions, every coin tells a story. So, next time you pick up a 1985 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a treasure that could change your life forever. Thank you for watching this in-depth journey into the world of the 1985 Liberty Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more amazing stories of coins and collectibles. Have you ever found a rare coin? Share your experiences in the comments below. We love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep exploring, keep collecting, and never underestimate the value of a simple penny. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and wondered if it could be worth a fortune? Well, today, you might want to check your coin jar, your wallet, or even that dusty old drawer in the attic, because one specific United States penny, the 1995 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny, could be hiding in plain sight, and it might just be worth as much as $549,000. Yes. You heard that right, $500,000 for a single 1-cent coin. But how is that possible? What makes this ordinary-looking copper coin so incredibly valuable? And could you be holding one of these rare treasures without even knowing it? Get ready for a deep dive into the world of rare American coinage, Lincoln's legendary legacy, and the hidden secrets of the 1995 Lincoln penny that could change your life overnight. This is not just a coin, this is history. And potentially, a golden ticket. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the rare coins, secret valuations, and hidden gems that might be lying right under your nose. Now we're talking about one of the most surprising stories in the world of coin collecting, the 1995 Lincoln penny. It's one of those coins that collectors dream about. And it's one that you could still find in circulation today. So let's break it all down: the history, the rarity, the secrets, and most importantly how this coin went from being worth just a penny to being listed on the collector's market for $549,000. Part 1. The history of the Lincoln cent. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First issued in 1909, it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature the image of a real historical figure. The original 1909 pennies are a story of their own, some selling for tens of thousands, but over the decades, this small coin has undergone many changes in composition, design, and mint marks. Fast forward to 1995, and we arrive at our star today. The 1995 Lincoln cent struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small d mint mark under the date. Now here's the kicker: over 7 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1995 across the Denver and Philadelphia mints. So what makes one 1995 penny worth more than a Lamborghini? Part 2. Why the 1995 penny could be worth hundreds of thousands. To the naked eye, the 1995 penny might look just like any other. But in the world of numismatics, that's the study of coins, tiny details make a huge difference. There are several reasons why specific 1995 D pennies are worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands. Rare minting errors are like the golden tickets of the coin world. And the 1995 D Lincoln penny is no exception. Some of these valuable 1995 D pennies feature double die errors where the design is stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling of letters and numbers. This is especially prominent in the word liberty, or I in God we trust. Off-center strikes where the coin was not properly aligned during minting. Die cracks or cuts, these result in raised, jagged lines or blobs on the surface. BIE errors where a die break between the B and E in liberty creates what looks like the letter I. These types of errors can send a coin's value into the stratosphere. Some collectors are willing to pay 5 or 6 figures for the right error in the right condition. Let's talk about grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen known as mint state, or MS-70. The majority of 1995 D pennies are in circulated condition, scratched, worn, and dull. But if you happen to find one in MS-67, MS-68, or even higher, especially with an error, now we're talking serious value. In fact, a 1995 D Lincoln cent graded MS-69 read one of the highest grades possible, sold for over $5,000 at auction. And rare combinations of condition and mint errors have led to private sales reported near the $549,000 mark. Part 3. The coin that shocked the world. One particular 1995 D penny shocked collectors when it was listed for nearly $500,000. The coin was graded near perfection, featured a rare double die error, had full red luster indicating it never circulated, came with verified provenance and auction house authentication. Collectors knew that this wasn't just any coin. It was a numismatic unicorn, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And here's the thing, it wasn't pulled from a museum. It was pulled from a collection of pocket change. Part 4. How to identify a valuable 1995 D penny. So now you're probably wondering, do you have one of these? Here's what to do. 1. Check the date and mint mark. Look for the 1995 date and the small d under the year that stands for Denver. 2. Examine the coin under magnification. Use a jeweler's loupe or a coin microscope to inspect details. Look closely at Liberty, Indiana, God we trust the date. If you see any doubling, especially clear, sharp doubling, you may have a double die. 3. Check for color and luster. Coins with full red color, meaning they still have the original copper shine, are the most valuable. 4. Look for off-center strikes, cuts, or cracks. If something looks off or unusual, don't dismiss it. 5. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have something special, send it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can massively increase the value. Part 5. The current market value of the 1995 D penny. So what's the market like right now for 1995 D Lincoln pennies? Here's a general breakdown. Circulated, normal condition, 1 cent to 25 cents, still spendable. Uncirculated, MS-60 to MS-64, $2 to $10 high grade, MS-65 to MS-68 red, $50 to $500 top grade, MS-69 red, rare, $5,000 plus double die errors in high grade, $10,000 to $50,000 perfect storm, MS-69 with verified double die and red luster, up to $549,000. And remember, the market is hot. As more people enter the coin collecting world, prices continue to rise for these rare specimens. Part 6. Check your change. So, what can we learn from this? That sometimes, what looks ordinary is extraordinary. That small things like a copper penny can hold immense value when combined with history, rarity, and condition. The 1995 D Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry a story, a legacy, and possibly a massive payday. So the next time you're about to toss a penny into the tip jar or ignore it on the sidewalk, maybe take a second look. It could be your golden ticket. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting or helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny or found a hidden treasure in your change. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your magnifiers ready, and your pennies close. Who knows? The next one could be worth $500,000. See you in the next video. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, this could change my life? What if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin from the year 2022, a Lincoln penny, just like the ones in your pocket, purse, or car cup holder, might actually be worth an unimaginable $921 million? It sounds impossible, ridiculous, maybe even insane. But let's take a journey today, deep into the design, minting, mysteries, and modern anomalies of the 2022 USA Lincoln cent. This isn't just about copper and zinc. This is a story about possibility, rarity, history, and how something so small can become the most valuable coin in the world. Let's begin. Chapter 1. A century of the Lincoln penny. The legacy. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic allegory. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it sparked both controversy and admiration and quickly became a mainstay of American coinage. Through wars, depressions, cultural shifts, and scientific revolutions, the Lincoln penny has endured. Its obverse, Lincoln's noble profile facing right, has remained largely unchanged for over a century. But the reverse has gone through transformations, from the original wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and now, the Union Shield ***, introduced in 2010. The 2022 penny continues that legacy, small, humble, overlooked, yet carrying over 100 years of American symbolism and minting tradition. Chapter 2: The 2022 Lincoln Penny Design and Composition. In 2022, the Lincoln cent retained the familiar obverse design, a right-facing Abraham Lincoln, with the inscriptions Liberty on the left, I in God We Trust arching above, and the date on the right. Just below the mint mark. On the reverse is the Union Shield, a simple yet powerful design introduced to symbolize national unity. The shield has 13 vertical stripes joined by a single horizontal bar, representing the original colonies united under one government. A bold scroll stretches across it bearing the word 1 cent. Above the shield, the phrase United States of America. While the design is modern, the heart of the coin remains deeply historical. The composition of the 2022 penny is primarily 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a formula in use since 1982 due to the rising cost of copper. Each coin weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Billions of these coins were minted, over 7.6 billion to be exact, at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. So how can a coin minted in the billions, worth just 1 cent, be considered one of the most valuable coins in existence? Chapter 3: Coin Value Explained. What makes a penny worth millions? To understand how a penny can become a rare and priceless artifact, we must look at 3 key factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Most 2022 pennies are incredibly common, but certain unique versions could be exceedingly rare. For example, coins struck in error, on wrong planchets, or featuring unique anomalies can be one of a kind. And with modern technology, these can be extremely subtle, making them hard to detect without expert analysis. Collectors use the Sheldon coin grading scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS-70 mint state 70 is a perfect, flawless coin with full mint luster and no imperfections visible even under magnification. Only a handful of 2022 pennies have achieved this level of perfection. Those that do can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars just for their grade alone. Errors are where the real money lies. In 2022, several unusual penny errors were discovered. Double die obverse DDO. Lincoln's face, date, or letters appear doubled due to misalignment in the die during striking. Off-center strikes, coins that were not centered properly during minting. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs caused by damaged minting dies. Wrong planchet errors. When a penny is struck on a dime blank, a nickel blank, or even a foreign coin blank. If a 2022 penny were found with a major minting anomaly, struck in flawless MS-70 red condition and authenticated by a leading coin grading service, its value could skyrocket into the millions. And if it is the only one of its kind ever discovered, collectors could push its value into the hundreds of millions. Chapter 4: Could a 2022 Lincoln penny really be worth $921 million? So where does the legendary $921 million figure come from? This hypothetical valuation is based on a perfect storm of qualities. A 2022 Lincoln penny struck in pure gold as a mint error or unintentional test piece, combined with a full double die obverse and reverse graded MS-70 RD by PCGS or NGC, with provenance linking it to a rare internal mint experiment or lost production piece, and being the only known example in the world, such a coin would be unprecedented. It would attract the highest levels of attention from collectors, investors, museums, and possibly even governments. In theory, this coin could become the most valuable coin ever minted on U.S. soil, surpassing the 1933 Double Eagle, which sold for over $18.90 million. Could a 2022 penny ever reach $921 million? While no such coin has yet surfaced, the possibility drives the thrill of discovery. Somewhere, someone might already own this coin, unknowingly holding a nearly billion-dollar fortune in their hands. Chapter 5: How to find and identify rare 2022 pennies. You may be wondering, How do I know if my 2022 penny is rare? Here's a checklist to guide you. Look for unusual coloration, a coin that's more silver, gold, or off-toned than normal. Examine the coin under magnification. Look closely at the date, letters, Lincoln's profile, and the Union shield for doubling, die breaks, or anomalies. Check for off-center images or unusual shapes. Any deviation from a perfect round shape could signal an error. Weigh your coin. A standard 2022 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A significant difference could indicate a wrong planchet. Never clean your coin. Cleaning destroys value. Get it graded. If you suspect it's rare, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or Annex. Even if your coin is not the mythical $921 million example, a rare error coin from 2022 in mint condition can still be worth hundreds, thousands, or more. Chapter 6: The market for modern rarities. Why collectors care. Rare coin collecting has exploded in recent years. Collectors are no longer just hobbyists, they are investors, historians, museum curators, and auction houses. Coins like the 2022 Lincoln penny are part of a new frontier in numismatics where modern coins with ultra-rare characteristics are commanding top dollar. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections have seen modern coins from the last 10 years sell for staggering prices. And who knows? Maybe a 2022 penny will soon break every known record. Final chapter: The power of a penny. At the heart of this story lies a powerful truth: never underestimate what you hold in your hand. That 1-cent coin could be a story, a slice of history, or even a multi-million-dollar treasure waiting to be discovered. So the next time you receive change and see a shiny 2022 penny, take a moment. Look at it. Inspect it. Ask yourself, could this be the one? Could this be the 2022 Lincoln penny that changes your life forever? If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell for more amazing stories about coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket? Share your story in the comments below. You might just be the next great numismatic legend. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest value.